Aldi's meant to be cheap, right? Well, this week it's expensive because you're paying for convenience that's being disguised as protein. That's not cheap, it's convenience, marketed as protein. Hi, I'm John, I'm a clinical nutritionist, and I'm here to navigate the noise with you to separate what's impulse and intention. So, in the catalogue, that's Call of the Wild this week, there is one special buy that I'm going to highlight for you, and it's this. It's a 25-litre air fry oven for $109. And what business does a clinical nutritionist have in trying to sell you a air fryer? Typically, air fryers are made, if you think of market-leading brands of Philips, I think they might have been first to market. They're made out of hard plastic and Teflon. And both of those things are going to be endocrine disrupting. What did he just say? Endocrine disrupting. What does that mean? That's going to mean it's going to disrupt your natural hormones and your signals. What do I mean by that? Am I talking about testosterone and estrogen? No, not only those. Insulin, your satiety hormones, your ghrelin, your leptin. What does that mean? Interrupt signaling that's going to make you hungry, that's going to crash your energy, that's going to make you feel full, and that's going to make you chase the next thing in the packet, the first thing you can find. So that's why stay away from microplastics, despite being toxic, and that's another video for another time, and Teflon. This particular air fryer is made out of stainless steel. Is it looking steel? Well, let's just say there's no plastic in it. And at $109, it is good value. And I'll just go down to the description for you, and I won't be long. That's what it's going to do for you. And I believe that's on sale on Saturday. And would I buy it? Yes, I would. I've had one for 6 years now. 6 years now from Aldi. And it's quite good. It's quite versatile. I mean, you could put crumbed products in there and chips. I wouldn't. Not the best for you. But you can use it for, vegetables. You could do it for cutting your own potatoes and controlling what oils go on there and what seed oils don't go on there, limiting the sodium and make it really easy for you. You could use it with some broccolini. I'm just trying to think. You could use it with some frozen fish. You could use it with other forms of protein, chicken. And it does come with the basket and the tray, so it's versatile in terms of different. You want it high up in the heat, is what I'm trying to say, and also you could do your veg and your protein at the same time, and it's going to save you time because time's very precious in this world. Enough about me selling the specials, and I get no endorsement from Aldi, by the way. Moving on, like a holiday, it's there. And this is what I'm talking about here. Friday night Fakeaway. This is a bit like Coles saying game night and footy season's back. But a bit worse because it's just tempting you and all that convenience food, or should I say edible, commercially prepared edible substances, because that ain't food. Desserts, obviously no. Limited times on the pre-prepared urban eats. Lots of ingredients in. Now, I haven't studied intimately the fit range, but that looks to be okay to, pardon the pun, fit into your weekly routine. And it's certainly a much better alternative. And you can actually see that in the price. Now, I say that. It is at a higher price point, and you're getting what you pay for there. Those two varieties, lemon pepper chicken and chicken and pesto penne. Moving on, it just doesn't get better. It gets worse. And you think about last week, or I think about last week, and Aldi was just leading the way with the fantastic food photography, the salmon's just swimming off the plate. And the seasonal vegetables, and what to do it to, and what to pair. And this week, they're selling you pizza. Um, so, obviously, a no on the left hand side. On the right hand side, good food photography. But again, it's instant noodles, faux bowls designed as disguising instant noodles, I should say. Um, Rice in microplastic. Remember, I talked about endocrine disrupting that you're going to put in your microwave. Um, and down the bottom there, I said half for the redfin tuna. Yellowfin tuna in ready meals. That gets half a tick. And the tuna and beans, that's quite a good option. For lunch boxes, good source of protein. You've got the fibre in there from the beans. Yeah, cracking idea and cracking concept. And yeah, rice in a packet again. You've got the microplastics and you've got the highly processed rice to make sure it cooks quicker with it would be less fibre. And what does that mean? It means that you're going to digest it faster, the glucose is going to get absorbed into your bloodstream, it's going to spike your glucose. And what happens when you go up on a roller coaster? Well, you come crashing down, and that's what that gear is going to do for you. If this video is resonating with you and helping you, then please like and subscribe, and also share to your friends or the people you care about. Because that way, next week, the video will be in your feed and you'll easily find it. And selfishly, maybe it'll support the channel and help me navigate what help you would like and what content you want to see on this channel. Thumbs up from me. Can you give me a thumbs up? Turning over, we've got the cocktail Frankfurt's no thins, maybe extra virgin olive oil spray. I would put that in my trolley. You've got the peas, corn, and carrots tinned. It's an okay option to have in the cupboard. Frozen banana. Actually, frozen banana chunks, $2.99, right? If you put them in a blender, and there's a recipe which I shall find. Yeah, I'll put it in the comments. You can actually make ice cream out of banana. It's a Thermomix recipe, but you could adapt it in a blender is what I'm trying to say. And sunny savings, even though it's autumn. I'm not sure, Aldi. Obviously, turning the page there. Grapes still in season, good price per kilo. Asparagus, great, and wonderfully steamed, and not too offensive. They're not a polarizing vegetable. Broccoli there, phase 2 detoxification. What do I mean by that? What did he just say? It helps you clear toxins out. In the cruciferous, I always say not entirely correct, cruciferous veg family. And potatoes, just like coals, they must be in season. They're everywhere. Tick on the Fresh Salad Co. Lots of options in store for that. And then you're just tempted again, like, it's convenience disguised as protein. You've got popcorn bites, palmy balls, chicken stir fry strips. Yeah, that's it. That could be okay. I think there might be some sauces in there that you don't want. And over the page, and it's almost done. And it's in crackling value. I'd say it's a good line, but they've reused last week's line. And again, pork is everywhere, and $8 a kilo. I think that's a market leading price actually. I think Aldi or Coles or Woolworths is about $10, and that's why it's on the back page. Crackling in proportions. Cut it up so you don't overeat it. We've got some lamb chops in the back. Some lemons. Lemons are great to not only for flavour, but talking about the blood glucose. If you're putting lemon on your foods before you eat it, your salad, your protein, whatever, it's the acidity in there is going to work with you for your blood glucose control. It's going to lower the peaks and therefore the troughs. And that's why you go to a restaurant and there's lemon there. You might say, oh, I don't want that. I'll put that to the side. That's traditionally why it's there. Yes, onions are good, like garlics and onions. Forget what the type of the vegetables they are, but they're good for you. And no, mashed potatoes processed. Don't do it. The potatoes are on special, $3.99 on the way back. Steam them, boil them, mash them yourself. Control the amount of butter in it and what's in the butter, just butter. Control the amount of salt in there. And from an economic point of view, you're paying more per kilo on the potatoes, and also in the microplastic that you're going to put in the microwave and then heat microplastics and put endocrine disrupting chemicals into your body and your family's body. So shortcut, yeah, but more shortcut to health. And where does that leave us? Well, I went into store today. I was out there. I was going to test the noise. After looking at Woolworths and after looking at Coles catalogues, I was supremely disappointed. Supremely, I was disappointed. Let's just say I was disappointed. And you walk in, and there we go. And you're in the zone there to reset your nervous system, so then they can start to sell you intentional. But you're walking in, you're looking at fruit and veg, fiber, nutrients, micronutrients, color, all sorts. And then the salads that I talked about there on the left. And some of the pre-prepared salads in the middle shelf, more a bit oily, shall we say, mayonnaisey, don't do it. You've got meat there in various cuts. You've got some grass-fed varieties, not a lot. And then you've obviously got the salads there, veg behind the trolley. You've got the poultry, sweet potatoes. You've got the low carb potatoes, always stocked. And then you've got the seafood. And to Woolworths and Coles credit, it's very narrow, but it's easy to shop, and it's easy to shop without noise. And you're not being sold exotic mussels and marinara mix either. Tempted just there in the biscuits. But you have a really solid yogurt section. You got solid in pouches. You got solid in health claim yogurts, but some of the better ones. You've got cheese. You've got good hard cheese. You've got cheese with crackers in portion control, which is really good. Little biscuits there to tempt you. As with some juice there that's cooling out. Some good dairy, some A2 milk. And yes, this butter, that's actually real butter with just salt, and it's a spread. So that's, and a good price, better than the branded price in Coles and Woolworths. And it's not all bad. It's still significantly easier to shop. And you might be permitted to think that it's not Easter shopping there. And in terms of if you're going to pile the kids in the car and go this weekend to shopping, and you don't want to say 8, 9, 10 times, no, you can't have that Cadbury bunny that they've put in your trolley, then yeah, it's a much safer option. You go looking, it's absolutely there. And cheekily, a little bit cheaper. Mid-sized bunnies, $7.49, not $7.50. But they're in the special buy sections. And Aldi just leaving the money on the table? Are they not trying to sell it to you? No, they absolutely are. And the difference is you've got the special buys as a mechanic to hook you in, because they know that you're going to go down that aisle, because they've trained you with these things that are selling you a tenth this week. They know that you're going to go looking. But not offensive. No gondola ends. No, at the checkouts that they're going to tease you as well. You're just not beaten down by it. And credit where credit's due, and I think there's credit there. So less noise. So on one hand, trying to sell you pizza and convenience disguised as protein. On the other hand, when you go in store, much easier to shop. And until next week, stay strong.